Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for the final game of the season for the Hopkinton Hillers field hockey team. Tom Nappy, Mike DeRosian on the call as the Hillers of Hopkinton take on the Mustangs of Medway in the season finale in this varsity showdown. And these two teams, they met up earlier in the season, in week one of this season, but of course in each pod there was a school that didn't have field hockey, so they get another meeting with Medway, and when these two teams meet up, it is always a good battle. And Mike, a little cooler today, but the weather not too bad.
I tell you, the rain is going to hold off. No more rain in sight. We do have some overcast, which Rowan loves because he gets to leave his filter off and he can see his screen, so he'll get you all the action. But I tell you, we have been blessed by this season. If anything Corona's done to ruin these kids' experience, at least they gave them great days to play sports.
For the most part, they certainly did. There was a couple days that were a little cold, but besides that...
It was cold up here. Don't forget, we're on the hill. They're down there.
Most weekends it's been like 60, 70
sure.
degrees, so it has been terrific.
It's great how we cover a whole day of sports, and we start off in T-shirts, and we wound up in winter jackets at the end for the last game.
Well, the Hillers overall, 3 wins, 4 losses, and a tie on the season. Medway, 5 wins, 3 losses, no ties. And both of these teams have had good season, and it's a tough pod for field hockey, where you got Hopkinton, of course, Medway, Holliston, Bellingham. So some tough competition for these teams, but they certainly enjoy it. And today we continue on with another great TVL rivalry between the Hillers and Medway to close out the field hockey season. Standing in the center circle is Sophie Donovan for Medway, and we are underway. Medway in their navy blue away uniforms, working right to left across your screen. A pass up the far side over to Julie Berger. Berger rushing in, well defended. On defense there for the Hillers, Erin Halloran, and they'll clear the attack zone.
Some great defense by Doyle.
It certainly was, and here comes the Hillers trying to work upfield, but it's quickly stolen away. And now Medway trying to approach the attack zone once again. Sent out in front, looking for a shot. It is blocked. And that was Julie Berger looking for the shot. And we have a stoppage here. It is in favor of Medway. Contact stoppage there once again, this time in favor of the Hillers. Quickly stolen away by Medway. A slash up the field by Sophie Donovan, and I believe that little lift she got under it.
I think it was a little too high, yeah. I forget the height rules and so forth. Not that I ever really knew them.
I believe on a pass you cannot lift the ball, if I'm not mistaken.
I tell you, we've been blessed. Normally we cover one game a year. It's usually their senior night, but we lucked out and was able to cover both JV and varsity. Doing the sub-varsity sports has been a treat for these parents who normally don't get to watch their kids' games over again, and sometimes they weren't able to come out at all.
Yep, and of course the restrictions, it was 2 lanyards for each player on the home team. But that's about it, and you could pretty much expect the same type of thing in the winter season. Obviously, it gets a little tricky with the indoor sports as to if fans will even be allowed.
Right.
But one thing you can bank on, we'll have all the Hillers home games live for you during the upcoming winter season, which we're hearing very positive things about, and we'll get into that later in the broadcast. Camille Perlov with the ball. She'll take a slash at it. Up top to Kane, who sends it into the attack zone. We get a contact stoppage there. It'll be Medway ball. Just into first quarter action here. Only game of the day, only game of the weekend to close out this Fall 1 season. The JV game was unfortunately canceled today, I believe, due to the tricky field conditions because of all the rain yesterday. But Varsity team getting one final game out there.
Well, I drove by last night in the school, and I see the lights all up on the main field, and as I come walk in, there was a little sign saying that there was a track meet last night.
Ah.
I was very surprised. I wish I'd known. That would have been nice to cover that.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't know about it.
No. You know, if that tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a noise.
But it was
But there was a game, and we just didn't know.
it was pretty fun covering the track meets this year, for sure. Pass up the near side, over to Souza. And Hillers will have it off the stoppage. Avery Hutchinson. So the first weekend these two teams met, they split the series. The game right here at Hopkinton, Medway lost. Hopkinton took the 2-1 victory, and then Medway got revenge on their home turf against Hopkinton, 5-0 the following day. Working our way up the field, Sophie Donovan. Back and forth we go. You can expect a lot of back and forth in this game. Very even matchup between these two teams.
Right.
Quickly approaching Souza.
A nice cross.
Great pass out in front, but there was some contact. I believe it is in favor of the Hillers, but they're going to have to take it 35 yards out.
25.
25, 35. What's the difference, right?
10. 10 is the difference. I know how good you are in math. 10 is the difference.
Oh, it's nothing like that 2K10 game.
I tell you, that bocce match, you'll never hear the end of me ragging you about your math ever since the bocce.
Here comes Medway up the near side. Paige Sheehan now.
Oh, nice pass.
Good pass over to Donovan. Getting in there for the Hillers, Ellery Chute. And she works it down to Souza. Souza taking it across. And it'll go in favor of the Hillers. A reset here, Sarah Doyle with the pass. Here comes Liz Kane.
Liz got some great hustle.
Certainly does. Some stick contact there, draws the reset. Kane trying to work it in the interior. And the stick in there from Medway was Sophie Donovan. Donovan comes away with it, sends it up over to Berger. Here comes Berger, quickly attacking into the Hillers zone. Can Chute catch up with her? Into the box, takes a shot, it's wide. Will be Medway ball. Mike Terosian happened to be on the call. Rowan Scott on camera.
Hey, a lot of good stuff coming up for your sports this week.
Absolutely. Well, in the very near future, we'll have coverage of some of the letters of intent signing here at Hopkinton High School. It won't be on this coming Wednesday show. It'll be on the show after. And, of course, you'll see some highlights on HCAM News Live as well.
Sports Talk, we're going to try to get you some of those kids, if possible, or a coach or something.
Oh, yeah. There'll be all kinds of good stuff in there. Here comes Souza up the near side. On defense was Mary Kay McDougall. And we get a contact stoppage here. 7:39 and ticking left to go in the first.
I'm just waiting for the sports show so I can hear how well I did in our picks.
You've been doing pretty good lately, I must admit.
Well, last one was a little embarrassing, but I took a chance. I don't know why I said the Bears, but...
Anything could happen with that team. Who knows?
Yeah.
It should be interesting this week. A lot of good matchups. And trying to work up the middle was Berger. Stopped there by Sierra Perry. And the back and forth battle continues. Both teams just trying to get some kind of momentum going. And these teams know each other well, already having played each other twice this season. Vasco sends it up. Here comes Medway. Quick drive in.
Oh,
ooh,
dodge.
right in front. And
Diamond
what
save.
a save. It's still alive, still out in front. And it is going to be a whistle in favor of the Hillers. What a job by the goalkeeper, Caroline Kane, there making the stop. And charging hard, it was Julie Berger, Sophie Donovan got in there as well, and they put the pressure on. At least 3 shots on net, and the Hillers able to put a stop to it.
Yeah, nice of their back. It was Elizabeth Kane helped out.
Here comes the Hillers now trying to get something going. This is Camille Perlov. And get a contact whistle there as Perlov meets up with Rhea Vasco. Just under 7 minutes left. Some good action here in this first quarter. Souza. She meets up with Haley Ravella. Medway led by head coach Mary Ellen Hassenfuss. Hillers have co-head coaches this year.
Yep.
Becky Abate and Megan Carlisle. Done a great job with this team, and fairly young team for the Hillers too. They had 6 seniors this season, but they'll have a lot of good talent returning next year. And Medway is even a younger team with 5 seniors.
They don't play like a young team.
They certainly don't.
Medway's got a great program. Just like most of those M towns that we despise. It's always like whenever you hear the Hills are playing, no matter what sport, and you hear it's an M town. Millis, Medway, Medfield. Well,
Right.
Medfield used to be the big one in volleyball.
Yep. And Perlov trying to work up the far side, and we'll see some of those M-Towns, I think, during the winter season. They're going to break away from the pods and have more of a TVL type of schedule.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll get a glimpse at pretty much all the teams throughout the TVL. At least that's the plan as of right now. Obviously, anything could change. Still a lot of work to do to plan for that winter season, but we'll keep you updated the whole way through. And, of course, have all the home action for you. Jumping in there for Medway is the captain, Mary Kay McDougall. Contact whistle there. Subbing in for the Hillers, Emma Torgerson. Over to midfield, collected by Kane. And nice steal there as Haley Ravella able to get in there. She's going to try to work it up into Hillers territory.
Nice pass.
Good pass there. Here comes a speedy Paige Domenico. Defenders quickly in the area. Chute got in there. Medway will take it 35 yards out. Haley Ravella. Aaron pass there.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Just a bit. She was looking for Paige Domenico in the corner. Hillers trying to work upfield, getting in there for Medway once again is Ravella. Stoppage here in favor of the Mustangs. It's almost kind of like a championship kind of feel to it, having Hopkinton and Medway out there.
Yeah, definitely sectionals. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's, being the last game, you can almost call it like that. But both good records, good playing.
Here comes Souza. Souza, some good ball control there. Nowhere to go with it though.
Yeah, it looks like she was trying to get it over to Perlov.
But the contact was created by Mary Kay McDougall, so it is Hiller's ball. Liz Kane will take it. Sends it to the top of the box. Stick contact there in favor of Medway. Here come the Hillers trying to attack here in the last couple of minutes of the quarter. And we get a stoppage. Will be Hillers' ball. Taken from the far side. Sarah Doyle drawing up some contact there. And I think too much of a lift on that pass.
Yeah.
Wind's starting to blow a little bit here at the turf fields. But not too bad. Sent up the middle. And the stoppage in favor of Hopkinton. Medway trying to approach. Just pass along the near side by Domenico. Domenico trying to approach. She'll take a slash at it. And there's some contact as Chute got her stick in there. This is in favor of Medway. Minute left here in quarter number 1.
Top of the circle there, right? Yeah.
Hillers now. 44 seconds to drive up field. Can they do it? Berlov draws contact. Now here comes Domenico. Good stop there. Chute got in there. Back to midfield. Over to Souza. And it's stolen away by Perlman. And take it back now by the Hillers. And that is going to do it for quarter number 1. A good competitive first quarter. After one, Medway nothing, Hopkinton nothing. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Field Hockey on HCAM. And we are ready for the second quarter of action. 15 minutes on the clock. Hillers Medway knotted up at 0-0. Good back and forth game here. The final varsity matchup of this season. I think a lot of these players on the field will have futures, if they so wish, on the field hockey field in their college days.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for these colleges to try to recruit because, first off, you don't know what schools are going to have a program.
Right.
Under COVID. So it must be real tough for a lot of these kids missing some opportunities.
Well, we're hoping that by the time next fall rolls around, maybe earlier, things will be pretty much back to normal sports-wise, but
I just want to forget
we'll
about
have to
this.
see. Up the near side. Here comes Josie Ziegler trying to send it over. Ziegler sticking with it, but poking it out there was Perlman. It'll be Medway ball, and I'd like to thank all the fans out there that tuned in all season long to our Hillers coverage. Certainly looking forward to picking up more Hillers coverage in the winter season, and hello to all the Medway fans tuning in to this broadcast as well.
Yeah, everyone watching on YouTube or on Verizon over at Medway from the comforts of their living room, not just on your computer. So the fun news. Oh,
Quick approach here, and there to stop it was Ziegler. There was a contact whistle.
some fun news about winter sports. A new sport coming to HCAM. John Ritz is going to take care of downhill skiing. We're now in the process of working out power and internet access so we can get those games broadcast live. And those will take place, they're doing the boys and the girls separately. So there'll be 2 meets a week. I think it's like a Tuesday and a Thursday evenings. They take place from 7:15 to 9 p.m. And at least, for sure, they'll be recorded. But we're working out now. Maybe cell coverage will work. And up there, I'm not familiar with ski ward at all.
If it's possible to have it live, we're certainly
going
going to do that.
Yeah, we're working out the kinks right now with the management over there and through their Hopkins coach.
Yeah. And also John's contract, because he's certainly not cheap.
Yes. Yeah. You know, it's I don't know why he asks for a bag of Skittles every time, but
yeah, we'll have to maybe cut him down to half a bag.
those riders get kind of crazy once in a while. Good old John. Thank you, John. John out here many weekends. Was this his only weekend? He's not out, right? I think this. Yeah, we only had the
pretty much
2 games, and Rowan signed up for him. And
But we had a lot of people step up to the plate this year. We appreciate all
Emily
of our
Miller,
wonderful.
Zeke and Jackson were out here, and John Ritz, Emily Miller. I
Yep.
think I even ran a camera for a game.
Oh, that was the game that was all shaky.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah, you can barely see anything.
Here comes Vani Sharma. But everybody that helped us out this fall season did a wonderful job.
Yep, and our announcers stepped up too. Steve Sweetapple, Frank Schnurr
Yep.
were big, and our Hopkins alumni came out and did a couple field hockey games, and we had some current Hillers take care of cross country because I know nothing about cross country.
Yep. We had some great coverage of all the sports for you this fall season. And we could have some more outdoor cross country in the winter. That is a possibility to have a cross country season in the winter.
With
Usually
track and
it would
field,
be,
yeah.
or track and field rather.
Yeah.
Usually it would be indoor, but they could be changing that around this season. We'll keep you updated. That is something being talked about, but a lot of meetings left to plan everything out for this winter season.
Yeah, and it's nice that the athletic director, Rich Cormier, keeps us very up to date on everything happening. We, whether it's an email or he comes on Sports Talk or the Hopkins Hangout Hour, he's always willing to share. Even if he's at soccer, has done a soccer practice in his pickup truck, he'll still get a hold of us and keep us informed and up to date on the latest.
Absolutely, and he certainly played a big role in making all this coverage possible here on HCAM. So big thank you to the Hopkinton High School Athletic Director, Rich Cormier.
A lot of work into it. Normally, the only rosters you ever see are Varsity with the spectators, and he was able to get us the rosters. Coaches gives us stats that they keep. It was all combined effort by the athletic department. Without Rich and his assistants, we'd be saying number one passes to number two, But it was nice to get both rosters. And everyone was helpful because everyone's in the same boat. Hopkins not alone here.
Absolutely.
Everyone in the country's like this. So everyone stepped up and
quick
adapted.
Break here. Paige Domenico trying to track her down is Souza. Yeah, and it's great that a lot of the local access stations throughout the TVL were broadcasting games. A few off the top of my head, I know WACA TV in Ashland did some, and Norwood as well, Medfield.
HCAT in Holliston.
Yep.
And it's nice. It's nice that it works. And that was one of the things years ago I've been trying to do, get all the towns of the TVL to network, because, it's a lot to ask for a volunteer to come out and give up his time, stand in the weather, and broadcast the game. But it's even worse asking him to travel to, places like Medfield and.
Quick approach here out in front. Nicely defended by Souza as Lacey Santos quickly approached.
So what we try to do is to get each broadcast from the away games, and we share them with each other. So if, like Medway, if they came to town and they had nobody covered and they wanted the footage, we'd make sure we get it to them.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. TVL teamwork.
TVL teamwork.
Along the near side.
Sort of like a TVL Sports Network.
And then you got a lot of people that might be following Hillers field hockey, want to catch them on the road, and they had the opportunity to do so in a lot of cases.
And I also heard this is great for scouting the other teams because the scouts aren't allowed here. You can't have anybody, and this has been very, very helpful to the coaching staff being able to scout the other games in real time.
Yep, very true. And a lot of scouts, they use the footage anyway if they want to take a double look at something, and they certainly enjoy that. Different world for scouting nowadays, I've been told by many scouts. There's a big trip up there as Paige Domenico is tripped up, quickly approaching. Ball kicked away by the goaltender, but Medway will have it as we approach 7 minutes left here in quarter number 2. We remain scoreless in this TVL battle between the Hillers and Medway.
We always have parents asking us, can you make us a highlight tape of our kid and so on and so forth for coaches? Coaches don't want to see highlights. Anybody can put together highlights. They want to see what a player does when they're not near the ball, what they're doing, what they're doing throughout a whole game. They just don't want to see the clips. Anyone can. I mean, I could look fantastic. I could look like Gretzky on the ice if you put my highlights together.
I mean, that'd be some tremendous editing.
Yes. Special effects.
We'll have to get a green screen in there.
Yeah.
Here comes Souza. Hillers trying to work it up the near side. Nordling in a battle with Domenico. Domenico comes away with it. And not for long as she stopped in her tracks. Some contact there between Domenico and Kane. And that's Souza rather as she sends it up. Here comes the Hillers working up the near side. That is Muldoon. A whistle here in favor of the Hillers. And so far, all the news regarding as if there'll be basketball, hockey is very encouraging. It's looking good. Can't make any promises, but it's looking good. Here's a shot here. That's deflected away. Good shot by Nordling on the rebound. Getting in there now, Muldoon.
Yeah, the state got some great news and opened up the rinks again, but then a couple days later, they won't allow the club teams to travel out of state. They say you travel out of state, you can't compete. They don't want you, because that's what they do. Everyone
Right.
goes to Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire and to play the other teams.
You get teams coming from Canada playing at a place like the New England Sports Center, for example. But
so I'm sure the club teams are taking a beating on their membership fees and so forth, but they're also not spending it either. So.
Right.
But yeah, you can't take the chance. Yeah, you want the kids to play, but you can't be going in and out of state.
I guess the good news is that won't affect high school hockey much since
Right.
they're not traveling out of state.
Unless the kid's on a club team. And they're out of club teams by then, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Here comes Driscoll. I believe typically the high school kids are in club teams in the off season, so I don't think it'll really affect them. Ronnie Sharma trying to approach. Contact there. It's Hiller's ball. As we approach 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Sends it out. Medway will take it.
Oh, miss it.
Slashed by Mary Kay McDougal. It's stolen away. Pass there by Nordling. Was looking for Sharma up top. Getting in front of her is McAdams. Battle continues on here along the perimeter. Sent in. Sharma trying to approach. Is cut off. Nordling gets in there. Well defended by Rhea Vasco for Medway. Here comes Donovan, and she got tied up with Ziegler. Medway going to keep going here. Here comes Murphy.
Oh, nice stick.
Well defended by the Hillers. Great job by Souza getting in there. Well, some contact, but it's in favor of Hopkinton. I have a feeling this game's going to go right down to the end.
Right.
Here comes Muldoon. Nice pass up to Sharma. Trying to feed it up to Nordling, a little off the mark. And coming up is Donovan for Medway. She met up with Ziegler. Good steal there. And sent over by Muldoon, one of the captains. Poked out, here comes Medway. Donovan trying to approach. Passes to her right and taking it away for the moment. Muldoon sends it over. Just pass. Here's Sharma. She has some speed coming up the field.
She does.
She's been a fun player to watch throughout her Hillers career. She's in her senior year. Hillers trying for one last attack here in the second quarter as Driscoll sends it in. And we get a stoppage here in favor of Medway. Pass intercepted there by Muldoon. Here comes Medway. And
Nice drive.
nice drive here by McAdams. Excuse me, that was Aiden Murphy.
Broken up by Souza.
It'll be Medway ball with a minute and counting left here in the second quarter. And if they have a problem with the ice arenas, we did pitch the idea of street hockey.
That's right. Let them put rollerblades on, all the equipment.
Or outdoor hockey.
Oh,
Freeze up those tennis courts. quarters ball.
That'd be a great idea.
20 seconds and counting left to go here in the first half. And quarters were implemented this season to field hockey. This is the first season they're doing quarters, but it actually wasn't because of COVID. They wanted to switch anyway.
That was a rule change that they voted on 2 years prior
Yep.
to take effect this season.
So we'll be sticking around. We'll have quarters for the foreseeable future in field hockey. Well, we are through 2 quarters of play, and after 2, it's Hopkinton nothing, Medway nothing. A whole lot more left here in this Hopkinton-Hillers final varsity matchup of the season. Stick around. You are tuned in to Hillers Field Hockey on HCAM. are ready for the second half of action and the final game of the Fall Sports 1 season. Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Field Hockey and Medway scoreless as we enter the third quarter. Tom Happy, Mike Terosian on the call, Rowan Scott on camera. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And it's been a good back and forth battle so far in this one. Multiple momentum shifts. No one's really took full control of the game. It's
Right.
just been completely back and forth as expected in this matchup.
Yeah, it's nice to see the back and forth. It's nice to see, too, that when they do get down to it and they get a chance to put a shot on goal, both teams. But the defense has been really strong. I'm going to say the play of the week is the defense.
Certainly. Some great defense. Some good attacks by both sides as well. Medway, they had a 3-shot attack at one point, but came up short thanks to some good defensive work by a number of contributors, including Ellery Chute and the goaltender Caroline Kane. Medway trying to work it into Hillers territory, into the attack zone, out in front, and it's kicked away. Another good save there by Kane as that shot was off of Donovan. It was a good pass by Berger. And the Hillers cleared out of the danger zone once again for the moment. Pass back to Mary Kay McDougall. She'll send it up. Tay gets in there. Over to the far side. Of course, he's trying to pick it up. Hillers trying to work their way into Medway territory now. Here's Souza. Sends it over along the far sideline.
Ooh!
Big
Dangerous
contact
play.
there. Liz Kane was trying to send it over.
Now you know why they wear goggles.
Yep. Chilly day like this, that couldn't have felt great.
Right.
Souza. Good stick work there. Sends it over to Kane. Hiller is working right to left across your screen in this third quarter. That way trying to work it back down. They'll have the whistle in their favor. Pass up there by Sheehan. Now here comes Berger, and it's stolen away. Driscoll sends it up. Hutchinson now. Nice move there. Looking for Souza. Hutchinson collects on the give and go. Pass up to Souza. Towards the box. And, that would have been a goal if the whistle didn't occur first. That was a great feed from Souza to Hutchinson, but there was contact. So we will have a reset in favor of Medway. Souza gets right back in there. Hillers trying to establish an attack here. Into the box. Kicked away by the keeper.
Kept
off the
it.
stick of Hutchinson. Now back into the box. Hutchinson trying to charge, and it's cleared away. Chute collects. Back up to Hutchinson. And another display of good defense there. That's what we've seen on both sides in this one. Domenico sends it up, stolen away. Here comes Driscoll. Pass over to Hutchinson.
Nice center.
Stolen away. Getting in there, Doyle. Nice move there by the captain. Work her way in, and good box out there by the Medway defender. Sends it up and away. Mary Kate McDougall, Medway's senior captain. A reset in favor of Medway. Good send up there. On the far side, that's Kane. Of course, all season long, it was 7-on-7 field hockey rather than 11-on-11 to avoid further rule restrictions because of COVID. And it's worked out well. I think these girls have really enjoyed playing the 7-on-7 style.
I know it's great, and I know it's easier to call.
It certainly is. Makes it a lot easier.
But, you know, the big talk between all the coaches and the ADs were, you know, with 7v7, that you'd probably see a higher scoring games. And we found that not to be the case. And I believe, I mean, just from my little bit of experience over the years with field hockey, I think this is a much faster, better game with 7v7.
I have to agree, a lot less stoppages as well.
I mean, it's the trouble, you don't have all your players playing. Yeah.
Well, they all get in there. You just sub in more frequently.
Sure. That's all.
Jay trying to work it up. And also, in this style, speed makes a huge difference. It always makes a difference,
sure.
But even more so with 7-on-7. Domenico sends it up. And here comes Berger. Berger on a break to the net. Backhander in. What a goal there by Julie Berger, the senior for Medway. Wide open break, and she takes advantage with 8:50 and counting left to go.
That's hard to stop. It's not a. It's definitely not an easy feat. And
well, there's your example of speed making the difference,
right.
And that's what you see a lot more of this season with the 7-on-7 breakaways like that.
in the way they were playing, there's only one way a team is going to score: either get lucky on a breakaway like that, or a mistake.
Right.
And there's no mistakes made. They just got lucky on a really nicely played breakaway.
Very well handled there. Let's see if the Hillers can respond. Souza sends it over, top of the box. Opportunity here. There's a shot turned away by the defender, and we get a stoppage on the shot. That was Vani Sharma. Kane. I think she got a little bit of a,
yeah.
or offsides rather. The Medway ball. McDougall. On the near side, that is Chute, stolen away. Medway looking for another break here. Berger. Getting in front of her was Driscoll. Sends it up, looking for Souza. Sharma. Here goes Sharma, trying to rush in. She's cut off by Paulette. Lola Paulette and Vani Sharma continue to battle, and now getting in on the action and stealing it away was Domenico. Paige Domenico trying to work her way down. Chute has something to say about that. Good steal there. Looking for the pass. Backhander by Berger. There's Doyle. Ooh, swing and a miss there. Medway ball. Just under 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. A 1-0 lead for Medway. Here come the Mustangs trying to charge in. Doyle turns it away for the moment. Flung up the far side by Kane. Looking for Souza. Pass up to Sharma. There she goes, blazing up the field. We'll go Medway's way. Chute up to Doyle. Stoppage here in favor of Medway. Big contact there as a collision between Berger and Chute. Now here comes Medway looking for a charge here. Quick break, getting in there. Out in front of the net. Oh. And nicely defended by the Hillers. That was once again Julie Berger looking to set something up. Back into the box, however. Standing on the side of the net was Sophie Donovan looking for a shot. It was a great job crowding the front of that net by Chute as well as Kane. Up to Souza. Flying up the far side. Runs into Mary Kay McDougall. Able to send it over to Sharma. Nice. Oh, a little too much mustard trying to get it over to Muldoon.
Right idea trying to get that in front like that. .440 and counting, left to go. Will be Medway ball.
This Monday at 2 p.m., catch the Hopkinton Hangout Hour. Jim Cousins will be talking with Laurel Kuba from the Sanctuary of Hopkinton and also Town Manager Norman Kamalu, where you'll have an opportunity to ask the Town Manager. It's on an all-new Hopkinton Hangout Hour this Monday at 2 p.m.
Everyone's looking forward to that one.
Pass up to Muldoon. I'm sure there's a good amount of questions out there about some of the programs in town with the pandemic. And you can find out this Monday at 2 on the Hangout Hour. Driscoll.
I mean, just the way they had to change how they run town government alone. You know, they had to separate it to different buildings.
Right.
And, yeah, they closed the senior center, but they opened up some offices in the senior center. It was just amazing. And, you know, Town Hall just recently opened to the public by appointment.
Yep.
So, ever changing. It's getting better.
Certainly is. Hopefully it'll continue in a positive trend. As Paulette working her way up the far side as we approach 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Medway up 1-0. The Hillers looking to respond here. Souza. She lost it for a moment and drew some contact. I think she went before the whistle. Along the far side. Nice job by Chute getting the stick in there on the attempted pass by Domenico. There's a pass up. Taking it. Trying to get in there for the Hillers is Muldoon. Working her way down is Julie Berger. She gets into that tack zone, pretty dangerous. Good pass there, out in front. There's a shot off the defender, and we get a stoppage. That was Paige Domenico on the shot, deflected by Kane. Will be Medway's ball from 25 yards out. Rhea Vasco will take it. Over to Donovan. There's a swipe up the field by Muldoon. And back and forth we go here in the final 90 seconds of this third quarter. Here's Berger approaching. She is the lone goal of the game. There's a slash, and it's just wide. Good attempt there. She was off balance on that shot. Thanks to pressure from Liz Kane. Sophie Driscoll with the pass up. Nice feed to Sharma. Sharma has some wheels. Look out. Trying to work up the sideline. Contested by Vasco. Contact there in favor of Hillers. 50 seconds and counting left in the quarter. And it will go in favor of Medway. The near side, Chute gets in there. Souza over Sharma. Sending it out over to Muldoon. Trying to feed it to Kane. Stolen by Donovan. Pass up over to Berger. And there's a long shot at the buzzer. Kicked away, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. At the end of 3, Hopkinton nothing. Medway 1. One final quarter coming up next on HCAM. We are ready for the fourth quarter of action between the Hopkinton Hillers and the Medway Mustangs. A 1-0 lead for Medway. Can the Hillers respond in this final 15 minutes as the sun starts to peek out a little bit here?
I can feel the heat on my face. This is awesome.
Clouds clearing out a bit. And the sun has made an appearance here for the fourth quarter.
So here's a chance. The Hillers will be working with their sun in their eyes. So let's see if that doesn't faze them. They just have to, get more shots on net. That's a goal. Get up there and just start shooting. Something's going to have to go in.
Hillers working right to left across your screen for this fourth quarter as they quickly approach Medway territory. Sent to the top of the box towards Loose.
Oh!
Squirts out into the attack zone. There's a shot turned away by the defender.
Cleared out by Vasco.
Vasco with the clear there, and I believe that was Kane on the shot.
Ooh, too much.
Yeah, a little too much there. Good pressure right off the bat to start this fourth quarter for the Hillers. Sent down. Getting in there was Souza. That's Mara Souza. Hillers trying to approach once again. Ziegler with it. Whistle in favor of the Hillers. Ziegler. Another whistle here. It's taken away. Fute trying to escape with it. It'll go Hillers' way. Trying to approach, cleared away for the moment. On the far side, Medway trying to work it up the field. Hillers will be in action tomorrow at Holliston High School for a 10:30 a.m. game over at Holliston. So that will be their final game of the season. This, of course, their final home game of the season. Ziegler sends it up. Medway ball. Here comes the Mustangs. Berger trying to break through. There she goes. Some good stick work there on a bit of a break. Chute right behind her. Sends it out. Hillers defenders quick to get into the zone and cause some interference there. Nice work. And Julie Berger, the senior from Medway, good speed coming up the field. She's had a few breakaways today. Masco sends it down. Down in front, backhander, and it's just wide from Berger. Nearly had another one. Medway keeping the pressure on here. Pass over to Sophia Luce. It will be Hillers' ball. Torgerson trying to come away with it. Berger trying to work her way up. Nice steal there by Chute. It's chopped down by Torgerson. Berger passes it over. Little contact there. This was still in favor of the Hillers. Ziegler hacks it up to Luce. 10 minutes and counting left to go here in the fourth and final quarter. Medway ball. Pass over to Ravella. Stolen away by Nordling. Nordling tracking up the far side. Feeds it out, Loose. Back to Nordling. Can she break through? And it's stolen away and cleared away by Mary Kate McDougall. Berger trying to come away with it. Hiller's ball. There's Nordling. Torgerson. Loose. Along the near side, trying to work it through is Berger. Torgerson feeds it up. Here comes Souza, Mara Souza. No contact there between Souza and Ravella. Remains in Hiller's possession. Into the box, kicked away by the goalkeeper. Hiller's trying to establish some pressure. Got a couple shots on goal here in this fourth quarter. Battle along the far side. And Medway now trying to clear it away. There's a trip up there. Play on, says the official. Now we get a whistle. Hiller's doing a good job keeping in Medway territory. See if they can continue on here with 7 minutes left. Back to midfield. There's pass up, and that is Wadu Fontry. Hiller's giving everybody on the roster a taste of the action in this one. The final home game of the season. And you're getting a pretty good glimpse at the future of this Hiller's field hockey team in this quarter, and it's looking very bright. Some good talent out there, and they're putting some good pressure here on Medway.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's been defense for both teams all day, and you had that one breakaway that Berger was able to take advantage of, and just got a shot right by our goalie. And that's it. Like I said, it's either luck or a mistake, and it was a nice lucky break.
Sent over, jumping in there, Sharma. She charges up, takes a shot, it's deflected wide. Hillers will take it, yep.
He picked it up and he said, drop the ball. Oh, things we do for COVID, I tell you.
Right. There's Kane. Here's a shot, turned away. Here's Medway now. With the final 5 minutes of this game. Medway trying to work on a break here. Chute gonna break that up. Trying to poke it through. Hillers will have it. Sharma. Work it up the field. Here is Marsuza. Over to midfield. Sharma will take it. Tied up, trying to break it through is Sanidi Wadu Fantri. Sends it over to Kane. Out in front, Dantri with a shot turned away. Still in the attack zone. Nearly had the game-tying goal there.
I got another opportunity to do it right here.
Sanidi Wadutantri, only a freshman for the Hillers. And she has a lot of speed and got off a good shot there. She'll be someone to pay attention to in the upcoming years. Whistle there after that swing and a miss by Kane. Raise that stick too high. Medway trying to work their way up. Vasco sends it up. Vasilino trying to break through. Hiller's ball. Sharma. There she comes. Contested along the sideline by Vasco. We're at the 2-minute mark.
Do or die right here.
Yep. Cleared away. Chute trying to send it back up. Hiller's ball. Sharma sends it out. And it's cleared away for the moment. Taken back. Rushing in, out in front, cleared away. There's a good steal there by Mara Souza. 90 seconds left. Nice job there by Kane getting in there. Here comes Mara Souza. Medway ball. Along the near side, Chute. Less than a minute left to go. Up to Sharma. Takes a hack at it, centers it up, and it is kicked away by the keeper. Along the far side, Kane trying to get it out. Hiller's ball with 30 seconds left. Sends it up, out in front. There's a shot off the defender by Wadu Fantri. Takes it from out in front. 45. Kane going to try to charge down. 10 seconds left. Takes the hit. Deflected.
And that should do it there.
And that will indeed do it. The Medway Mustangs are going to come away with the 1-0 win in this game. A great effort by both teams. A very well played game.
Both teams very equally
fun defensive battle out there.
Yeah, equally matched. Like you said, it was all defense. It was nice to back and forth. No one dominated one end. When they did get it in end, they stayed down there for a while until it's cleared. Just great back and forth action. Loved it.
Well, Mike, it's been fun covering Fall 1 sports
Fall
throughout
1
the
in the
last
books.
few weeks. But it is in the books, and we're on to winter sports, and we'll certainly keep you updated as to where and when we will have games for you. But for all of our HCAM crew that helped us throughout the season, a big thank you to all of our crew throughout the season, and an especially big thank you to Rowan Scott, who was on camera today, and many other games, doing a great job as usual. And for Mike Terosian, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Medway takes down Hopkinton 1-0. The Hillers finished the season 3 wins, 5 losses, and a tie. Medway 6 wins, 3 losses, and no ties. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon.